Sorry. Couple of quick points. Number one, cannot say enough and congratulatory message to Coach Campbell and the football team. What they did this year was absolutely amazing. So much fun. And just a tribute to everything about how they go about their business. And it was certainly a fun ride. I hope our fans really embrace and appreciate that. And then secondly, today we played, we have a young man named Nico who was our strength and conditioning intern when Erin was pregnant, and today was his last day on the job. So if any of you know anyone who needs a strength coach, let me know. Young man needs a job. But the kids really wanted to play for him today, so that was fun. And then from a basketball standpoint, typical Big 12 basketball game, typical against Kansas. They guard us probably in the most unique way we see. I thought balance at both ends was good. Obviously, Audie was good, and Emily Ryan was Emily Ryan today.
Audie said you came up to her a couple days ago at practice and said that you basically thought she was going to be getting a lot of post touches. What was it that made you believe that could be something you utilize a lot of today?
I mean, seriously, what I told her was the way historically the way KU plays us and the way they've played, we saw on video. I told her, I said, you could get 40. And if she makes a free throw, she's really close to 40. But no, just it's the way they play. They've always done a really good job of taking away the three-point shot. They get up into us. They really make it hard to run our offense, and they don't double team as much. Now they did after the first quarter, but we just thought there was going to be a lot of opportunities for her, and they don't have the overwhelming size that a lot of teams in our league do. I mean, their starting five-man is an undersized post player, so you know those are the opportunities that presented themselves, and to her credit and her teammates, she was really efficient.
Was today's performance more resembling of what you've anticipated this team looking like when it's kind of at its peak?
Yeah, probably. I would say, and I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, but I really love our team. I love how hard they work. I love the way they do what they do. And yeah, we wish we would have won a few more games. I get that, but I think that, again, you guys have heard me say this before. I think showing up is a skill. I really do. And our kids have shown up every day. And I thought today, when you combine the offensive, defensive, stuff that we wanted to talk about, we did. And our team, I mean, every team's different. Our team's a little different when Emily Ryan can play. I mean, I don't care what sport it is. You pull out the person that runs the team, it's hard to do that. And our kids have managed that really well. And you sit there and you watch our team play, and you're like, well, Emily Ryan's can only play so many minutes. And our other guard that we were counting on walked in on crutches today. So, but I thought from a standpoint of who we played, how we played, relative to a scouting report was really good today, really good.
You've talked a lot about Emily, but this feels like almost maybe from an offensive perspective, one of the most, if not the most, not saying a lot, just from my perspective, efficient offensive performances for her. Where would you rank it? And for her to go 7 and 8, 1 and 1 from 3, that's,
And she'll be mad she missed a free throw. But, no, I thought it was extremely efficient. And I think, again, you're talking about a fifth-year kid that knows how to play, is ultra smart, is ultra competitive, and the way they were guarding, she had driving lanes, she had opportunities, and we've been telling her, like, you don't have to shoot 15 times, but you've got to be someone that at least might have a chance to score. And if they're going to take away the three-point line and they're going to double Audie, well, I think 7 of her, she went 7 for 8, and most of them were layups. And so that's vision and understanding the defense, and that's what she's really good at. And I thought since we've come back from Christmas, she's had another kind of gear, and that's been fun to see.
And I asked Audie what it was like to see her played straight up in the first quarter at least, and she didn't say a whole lot, but she said it was a welcome sight. But I mean, they talked about, it might look like that she scored 16 in the first 19 points. That's a bad idea, but they were still in the game. It felt like they were still kind of doing what they wanted to do. So how would you describe when you saw that, and still they were able to kind of do a lot of things they wanted to?
No, yeah, and I think that's what when you put together game plans in this league, you can't guard everything. And obviously they initially thought, let's guard Audie one-on-one. That's 2. It's not 3. It's not a free throw. And then obviously after a while, then you're like, okay, do you adjust? And I don't know that she got a field goal attempt in the second quarter. So to their credit, I mean, they're coming and doubling. And so, yeah, that for our team, every team, like when I meet with the staff here in about a half an hour, like we always start with the first thing. How are we going to game plan for how they're going to guard Audie? That's where it starts. And we've seen everything, and we're going to see more of it too. So, but her patience is improved. We work on it. It's probably there's a lot of things every team works on daily. Our post-entry reading double team is I don't even have to tell them, they know it's coming. Like, here's the drill. We do it every day, and because we have to.
With the break and the road trips, it had been 17 days in between wins. Has your message stayed pretty consistent to the team since that Eastern Illinois game?
Yeah, my message is really consistent. Yeah, you have your moments where you get a little, animated in practice or whatever, but I like I said, I really, really enjoy being around this team. I love what they're about. And I think that they really are doing, if we weren't trying and they weren't invested, my thing is you're invested or you're interested. I think they're invested. And yeah, it sucks to lose, and it sucks to read social media, and that's the world. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. So my message to them has been control what you can, listen to the noise on the inside of the building, not on the outside, and care about your teammates. And that's kind of the message that, it's a life lesson. Hopefully they're learning, but no, we haven't changed much, and we're pretty consistent. And I think if they know we're consistent, then maybe that helps them get through the tougher times.
And then I can't ever recall hearing a coach open a press conference talking about the strength coach. What? Tell us more about Nico.
Nico, Aaron, our normal strength coach, had a baby. So while she was pregnant, the university allowed us to have an intern, and Nico was with us through the summer, and literally yesterday was officially his last day. Young man, just a phenomenal guy that our players really, he's a very, sounds like a military guy. He's always screaming and hollering in a good way. But they just really connected. And the thing I tried to tell them was there's people that come through your life and you don't know they're coming. They go through your life and then they're gone. It doesn't mean they're forgotten. It doesn't mean you forget what they did for you. I mean, what he did for us was amazing. And you're not getting paid a whole lot to do it. But he impacted our team, our kids. Yesterday when he talked to the team after practice, there weren't many dry eyes in the building. But again, he's been a true blessing to our program, and we look forward to following his career.
Coach, to go back to the game, what today made the difference from how you guys looked? It looked like it was probably your best performance of the season, if that's fair to say. What went into that showing up today of all games, and was it the break? Was it the time between?
Yeah, I guess, Connor, if I knew that, things would have changed. But no, I do think the break really helped. I really do. Our kids it was a really hard December, obviously schedule-wise, travel-wise. I mean, we were there's teams in our league have not played a road game, and we've been all over the place, and travel hasn't been easy, and I'm not making excuses. I do think everyone, the players, the coaches, needed a physical and mental break, and then you come back, and it's like, the new year's here. The basketball season is 2/3 over. Now, the games aren't 2/3 over, so it was more like, all right, you guys, everybody back. They came back excited. Everyone was ready to go. So I think the break, you always worry about it because, the last week was not very good. But I thought they came back, and I thought we practiced. We had 4 practices, and all of them were really good. So that's a credit to them and my staff for keeping them engaged.
Lily got some early run. What have you been seeing from her, and what led to that?
Yeah, LT, basically, she's been the best of her and Willie in practice. And it's a toss-up. They both know we need, in a normal night, we need 10 minutes. And that's their role, that's their job. The 4 days since we came back, LT's been the most efficient. So I said, you get first crack at it. I said, you're both going to play. And I think they split. They both had like 4 or 5 minutes. And I thought both did a couple positive things, but it was just a practice decision.
Free throw shooting, where does that rank among your biggest bugaboos right now?
I don't know. We've historically here been not good, like crazy good, like nationally ranked good. And I have to figure out a better way, because obviously some of it is the people that are shooting them aren't great free throw shooters, okay? But we've got to figure out the best way, because sometimes I think it's probably my fault, because we have shot more free throws in the last 4 days than you can possibly shoot. It's like, you guys, we got to keep, like, maybe the next time it's like, don't even talk about it, don't shoot one. We've tried a lot of stuff, form-wise, and I had a very nice email from a very nice fan that wanted to know if we ever shot free throws in practice. So we are trying. We are trying to coach it. It's just, unfortunately, I guess I might trick them like my grandkids and say, hey, like I told Audie, I'm like, you make more free throws, you're going to score a lot more points. And in an NIL world, maybe we can get an NIL deal for free throw shooting or something, It's hard to figure. It really is. And it's just not something we're used to. But we got to be better. We have to be better. No question. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year.